Well, well, well. It's been another whole year. Oh my god. We made it. We made it through 2024. This just round of applause. We made it. That's didn't think that would happen. Oh god, what happened? Again, I'm taking notes throughout the year and I don't believe them. I, I don't think that this actually happened. I don't remember very much happening. I do not live an exciting life. But yeah, okay. I guess I'll just go through my notes and maybe I'll have something to say other than just that. Yeah. Hi. Hello. I didn't welcome you. I'm cutting that. Cut that. That's bad. Fuck. You know, it's easy to talk when there's a video game in front of you and you can just, oh, look at that thing that just happened, and you can commentate on it. But now I'm just sitting here staring at a set of notes on Discord, and I feel like I should be saying more things, but I don't know what I should. So I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep talking, is what we're gonna do here. Anyway, in January, I learned how to crochet. I've been wanting to learn how to crochet, and it doesn't feel like that was January. That feels like maybe it was, 3-4 weeks ago I started learning how to crochet. No, that was the beginning of this year, baby girl. Yeah, so I picked up one of those little, like, learn how to crochet kits, and I made a little axolotl, and I said, oh geez, with a video, this is actually dummy easy. What the hell was I griping about last year when I tried to crochet and I couldn't figure it out? This is easy shit. So I made that axolotl and I immediately started crocheting a plushy Tiamat. You know, Dragon Queen, 5 heads, lots of colors, big. And that went well for what she is. I would change a few things now if I did it again, which I might, because I love her. She's kind of stupid looking. When I first made her, her necks, they didn't have any support. It was just a hollow tube, and her heads were stuffed with stuffing. So she kind of was like white, red, blue, green, black girl wasted all the time. So I don't think I wrote down when I did it, but like last month, which could have been any time between actually November and like September, but I don't think it was. I ripped her heads off. I ripped all of her necks off of her body, and I shoved a stupid amount of pipe cleaners up there, and I sewed her heads back on, and now she kinda sorta is less wasted. She can sorta pick her heads up on her own, and Lord only knows how many pipe cleaners I'm gonna need to shove up her wings if I want to make her wings posable and not just floppy. But at that point, I may as well just crochet her an entire new body, too, because she's kind of got, like, a fist-sized body and then forearm length wings. She's a little disproportional, but that's okay. We love her anyway. Yeah, I started her in January. I finished her in February. No, I finished most of her in February. When did I finish her? Oh, I finished her in March. I finished her in early March. I love her. In February, I restarted my, at this point, eternal project of knitting the 4th Doctor scarf, because I had finished it, and then I gave it to my partner, and I said, oh, but I want one too. So now I'm making another one. You want to know how far I've gotten? Not very. I think less than a foot since February, because I haven't been doing it. I've been crocheting instead, because I kind of, when I get a new craft, I go crazy. I go insane. And it becomes my sole hyperfixation for about a year, apparently. And then I start to cool down and go, okay, right, what was I doing? What was I doing before this? Oh, I was knitting? I can do that now. Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know that I have a list of everything that I've crocheted, so I'm just gonna go over. We're gonna have like a checklist here. I crocheted. I'm looking around my room to find what I've crocheted. I did an axolotl. I did Tiamat. I made myself a blanket for over in the other corner when I'm reading. I was like, ooh, it gets a little cold over here and I want a nice blanket. So I made myself a nice blanket and it's gorgeous. I love it. Oh my goodness. I crocheted 2 dice pouches. One of them was modified off of a Charizard. It's like a Charizard and he's on his belly and you open up his back and you put your dice in there and it's really cool. I took that and I turned him into a Dragonite instead because my partner really likes Dragonite. That's his favorite Pokemon. So I made that for him for his birth Christmas because he's a December baby. Anyway, and his friend likes Snorlax. So then I made a Snorlax one as well. And Snorlax is different. He's not on his belly. He's on his back. So you rip open his guts to get in there. And I think that's cool. He's a little silly with it. I crocheted myself a tote bag out of granny squares because Red Heart came out with that all-in-one granny square yarn. And that's great. I hate weaving in the color changes. That's the worst part of crocheting things that aren't just orbs. So that was really nice for me. I only had 2 ends to weave in, the first and the last. Having said that, I also made... we'll get into it when we get down to August, but Klaus Hargreaves' Umbrella Academy Season 4, he has a scarf made out of really big granny squares, and I made that because I'm obsessed with him. And what's cool is, you might think, oh, it's a scarf. Wow, great. It has pockets. Because I said to myself, what do I never have enough of? Pockets. What could I put in this scarf? Pockets. So the squares at the end, imagine this, right? It's just a bunch of squares sewn together on the edges, right? To make a big long scarf. Except the end one is double layered. Yeah. So it's got pocket on the end. I could fit my phone in there. I could put my tablet in there. I could put a book in there if I wanted to. It got to be a light book, because otherwise it would stretch it out. But I could, if I wanted to. I could put a lot of things in there. I could put my head in there. It's a big pocket. What else did I do? I crocheted... Lord. I'm in the middle of crocheting a little backpack. And that is almost done. I'm halfway through the second strap on the back. And then I just need to do the top flap and then the edging for the drawstring, and then combine them all together, and then that boom backpack. And I made a Torchic. I found a pattern online, and you'll never guess who it went for. That's right, my partner. I made him a Torchic because he also likes Torchic. And what am I if not a simp for the love of my life? Who do you take me for? Some kind of I don't know. Not that? You're wrong. Oh, I made a little weasel, and then I made a bigger weasel, because the person I play D&D with has a crochet weasel, but that crochet weasel's kind of like worn out and raggedy, and he had an accident with his neck, and he only had one eye, and I said, hey, could I make you a new weasel? And he said, sure, so I did. So now he has 2 weasels, and I even put the old one's eye back in. So he's got 2 eyes now. He's not a Cyclops anymore. That's cool. And I think that's everything that I've crocheted in a year, which isn't a lot, but also I'm the kind of person to get to 99% done of a project and then go, I don't want to play with this anymore, and put it down. Because I have a horrible, horrible habit of not finishing things. Even though it only takes me like 10 minutes to finish the thing. I don't want to do it. I psychoanalyze that. Therapy. Fuck. Shit. What else happened in February? Yeah, the scarf. I finished the 13th book of Wings of Fire. I have the 14th. It's over there in the Book Hydra. The Book Hydra being that pile of books. Let me count real quick. Live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 books tall. The Book Hydra right now. It is... Actually, it's 24 because I have one here. in front of me. I've moved it over here because maybe I would read it if it's on my desk instead of over in the corner where I have to move physically to a new location to read. Hasn't worked. But I'm getting there. But it's named the book Hydra because it started off as a pile maybe like 6 books tall, and I would finish one and then get more. So it 1 book down, 3 books on, like a Hydra. I don't know how it got that tall. I keep looking at it like my walls are sloped. It's about to touch the wall. It's about to touch the slope of the wall if I'm not careful. If it keeps growing, it's pretty stable though. I don't think it's gonna fall over. But yeah, that's books I got for Christmas. That's books I got for my birthday. That's books I went to the bookstore. I love the bookstore. It's such a dangerous place for me. I came home with like 3 books out of there. Do not let me loose in a Barnes & Noble with a credit card. It is not safe for anybody involved. What else did I read? I read Robert Sheehan's book, Disappearing Act. I thought that was lovely. It's a bit... what's the word? I don't know. Whoever wrote the blurb, I don't remember his name, but whoever wrote the blurb on the front that said, "Oh, it's a fun and whimsical little adventure." We need to check up on that guy. Is he okay? I don't know that I would call any of those stories fun. Whimsical, maybe. Yeah, sure. But fun? Are you okay? The first one is about a guy who is killed at his friend's funeral. He's beaten to death in the parking lot because he wants his friend's wife and he trips the guy who's carrying the coffin, and the coffin spills, and so does his best friend right onto the church floor. And everyone's like, what the fuck, dude? Why'd you do that? And then they beat him to death in the parking lot. Fun and whimsical? I don't know. But I loved that book. It was delicious? That's not right. I didn't consume it. I mean, I did. Anyway, it was delightful. I liked it a lot. I also read I don't know who wrote them. Name on screen right now. Wow. Choke and Ambush from the Pillage series, and I liked them negative numbers. I did not like them at all. Pillage was good. I really liked Pillage. But in Choke and Ambush, the guy doesn't learn anything, and he's horrible, and he's obnoxious, and I hate him. But, dude, does the author really like food? The way that the food is described is so good. Author likes food, doesn't like old people. Fuck that kid. I hate him. I wish he got eaten by a dragon. I don't like him. Main character, bad. He just, if you read Pillage and you leave it there, it's fine. Don't read Choke. Don't read Ambush. The dragons are cool. Main character sucks. February was the month we finished Killer Frequency. That was cool. Liked that game. February was the month where I started playing Lancer, which is a tabletop RPG where you play as a Lancer, which is a pilot of this big-ass robot. You pilot big-ass robots, and they're super cool, and I'm having such a great time. I stole this build off Tumblr. Nobody tell them. But I have an Enkidu who can move 53 spaces in one turn and kill you really well. Now, you don't have a frame of reference for that. What does that mean? Well, normally, the average Joe baby starter mech moves 4 squares around. 8 if he dashes. My mech can move 53. That's a lot more. This is like that time I got one of my summoners in D&D, which is a homebrew class that really shouldn't be allowed, but my DM lets me get away with it, and I'm not about to stop him from letting me get away with it. You can build one of your Eidolons exclusively legs. You can just keep slapping legs on that thing, and I got her to go like 120 feet per round. That's not even with dashing. He said I could put horseshoes of speed on her if I paid for all of her hooves. So I could go even faster. And I shouldn't be allowed to do that. We stopped using roads. We started using rivers because somebody mathed it out. At her top speed, she could run on water. So that was fun. What happened in March? I finished Tiamat. I thought March was the 1 year anniversary of Forget Me Not, my big ass chonky bitch of a fan fiction. It wasn't. I was wrong. I also got COVID in March, which sucked, but it didn't suck as much as it could have sucked, so that's cool. I didn't die, and I don't have any lingering effects. It was just a horrible, horrible flu. For like a week and a half, I was just out. Which wasn't fun. You know what else wasn't fun? Heyo! In April, the end of April, Oliver, my baby boy, my old man, he passed. And that was sad and bad, and I did not like it very much. And then it was just Dumpling, his sister, his adopted sister, for I think 3 weeks maybe, until the early May, and then she passed as well. So now I have none guinea pigs and 3 sads. Which, you know, it's not great, but, you know, 8 years with them, that's the upper end of their lifespan. So I'm happy that I got as much time with them as I did. And in the end, Oliver just passed naturally. You know, there wasn't anything, like, wrong with him. I just picked him up in the morning to give him his medicine, put him down, pat him on his little head, and when I came back up from making lunch, that was it. So that, you know, wasn't fun to discover, but it is what it is. Back let's get out of here. Let's brighten the mood a little bit. Let's get back up here. April was the 1 year anniversary of Forget Me Not on the 26th. Yippee! She clocked in at 118,004 words at that time, and I'm right now going to open up the Google Doc. I have it open. Of course, I have it open at all times. She's currently now at December 30th, sitting at 139,677 words, 285 pages of this Google Doc. Somebody help. I need an adult. I need to be put on a very high shelf, I think would be good for me. I'm having a great time. I just started season 3, writing for season 3, which is originally where I wanted, where I had the original idea for, was, oh, what if in season 3 this happened? So we're here now, 1 year later, a year and a half actually later, more than that, almost 2, a year and 2/3 later, we're at the part where I wanted to start. Isn't that crazy? I love this fanfiction with all of my heart. You know, fuck it. We're anonymous here. You don't know who I am. I am so obsessed with this fanfiction that I am writing my own content, my own story, that this year our family gets ornaments every year for like something notable that we did or somewhere we went, or you know, to commemorate the year. My ornament this year it's a picture of Klaus Hargreaves, right? You know the scene where he's knelt down in front of the pile of his father's ashes on the ground. He's going, whoa boy, I bet you're just loving this. He's got the umbrella, and it's got some clip art Forget-Me-Nots on the bottom, and it says Forget-Me-Not on a banner. And that's my ornament this year, because I'm insane. Because I'm unhinged and I'm insane, and I need to... Going on a 6-month expedition to the Alaskan wilderness would be good for me, I think. I think that would help a lot. What else happened in May? Just keep going. Let's keep rolling, baby. In May, we finished Eternal Threads. That was a delightful game that I loved very much. I actually 100%ed that off screen. That was fun, yeah. I rearranged my room a little bit. My desk is now on the other side, and I have my table here, my project desk, as an L formation. I got all my crochet stuff underneath it, so it's all right here. There's no excuses for me not to work on it. It's right here. I got my coloring books, I got my minis, I got Actually, it has an Oculus on top of it right now because I've been doing that. But it's cool. It's fun. And then I have a couch. We had a my old. Wow, I can talk, dude. Fix that. I have a air quote couch now, because we kept my old twin-sized mattress from when we moved, and it was intended to be like just we have a guest, let's slap it on the floor so there's a bed down there. But we don't have guests. So it's mine again. Now I brought it upstairs and I slathered it with pillows and I put it across from my television. So now I have a air quote couch. And that's cool because now I have a dedicated place to watch my movies that isn't like at a tilt. It is slightly askew from where it was. I think that's all that I moved around. I don't think I moved very much around. I commandeered the grid squares from the guinea pig cage, and I'm using them for several storages now. So that's cool. The Hydra books I wrote down here because that's when it started growing. It started becoming a Hydra in May. It has yet to become a thing. June, my only note is, oh fuck, I forgot about June. And then I remembered that I crocheted my blanket. So that was something I did in June. And then I started plotting about rearranging my bookshelves, and I have not. Straight up, didn't. I have all my books categorized now. I have such beautiful self-made genres, because no genre works for me except the ones that I create myself. I have such beautiful genres as, oh no, that child is in a situation, and ooh. But my longest one is, waiter, there seems to be fantasy/magic in my otherwise modern day scenario. And that one has such titles as Fablehaven, The Alchemist, Percy Jackson is in that category. Some others, I'm sure. Also, There is a Dragon in this book is a big genre that I'm into. And the protagonist is an animal is another one. And I want to rearrange my shelves based on this, but I also really don't want to do that. Because I have so many books, and I don't want to do that. Oh, but I should. I need to get them reorganized. I need to read them. I actually tagged them all while I was doing this. This is what the rearranging was a side note. What I did was I tagged all my books. I went through, I put them all onto shelves on Goodreads. So I had a list of everything that I had, and then I tagged them based on, I know I've read this and I know that I like it. I know I've read this, but I don't really remember it, and I know I have not read this. And the amount of books that I know I have not read, or at least have no memory of reading, is alarmingly high, considering how many books I have. I have 4. I'm looking at them right now. I'm making eye contact. I have 4 what are they called when there's 3 books combined into one? I have 4 of those of the Legends of Drizzt series. I have the first 4, which is actually the first 12 books in the Legend of Drizzt. And I have not even cracked the cover. I also have Maestro from that same series because that's got my boy. What's his name? Fuck. Jarlaxle. That's his name. It's got my boy Jarlaxle on the cover, and I love him so much. He's such a little shit. Yeah, haven't done that. Need to do that. Need to weed through. Because I need to weed through. I brought a lot of books that I remembered liking, and then I read them, and it's like, oh, I don't like this at all. Like Aquamarine. I desperately wanted to keep Aquamarine. I wanted to like Aquamarine because mine was water damaged. Not very badly, but it was like warped. And I loved that as a concept. The book about the mermaid is wet. But unfortunately, I hate Aquamarine as a book. It's not very good. Maybe it was good when I was small, but I am large now and I do not like it very much. So I gave that away, and I hope they didn't throw it away. I really hope they didn't just throw it away because it was water damaged. I hope they had the same sense of whimsy that I did. But yeah, that's a whole thing that didn't happen. July, I didn't take any notes in July. But I did. Okay, so something else you need to know about me is that you already know this about me. I have a thing about finishing things. It's a whole thing. So I started watching Stranger Things. I watched the first season when it came out. I watched the first 2/3 of the second season like a year after it came out. I did not watch the third. I had no interest in watching the fourth. And I look down at myself and I see the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now and I say, wow, that was a mistake. I should have had an interest in watching the fourth season. So we've been watching that. Me and my partner, we've been watching and catching up with Stranger Things. We've been catching up with a bunch of TV shows. We watched season 2. I really liked it. We watched season 3. I think season 3 is my favorite season. It would be my favorite season if not for one individual in season 4. That's right. It's Eddie goddamn Munson. Another sad, pathetic man with big ol' wet eyeballs and the demeanor of a guy that you just picked up out of the gutter. I have a type, and it's showing. I am obsessed, probably to an unhealthy degree, but you know what? It's not impacting my day-to-day life in a negative way, so it's not. I'm obsessed in a good way. What am I gonna do after Forget Me Not? Am I going to rewrite the 4th season of Stranger Things so that he has a happy ending? Maybe. Who's to say? That's for me to know and you to maybe never find out. Yeah, I have been so normal about Eddie Munson. I promise. Anyway, we're going to move swiftly along. August, the only note I have for August is Umbrella Academy Season 4 and then an angry emoji. Because what the fuck was that? Did they, like... what happened? What happened? Like, we could have... I could have been okay with the ending if it didn't just... I have words to say to Steve Blackman, and if I ever find him, he better watch his fucking ass and hope there's no loose bricks around. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna get him. The dumbification of Luther, the betrayal that Diego went through. Allison, fuck Allison. She's doing whatever she wants to do, as usual, with no repercussions. Whatever. Whatever, Allison, you could have been good, but whatever. My boy, Klaus? I knew it wasn't going to be good, but I didn't think it would be that bad. And then the fucking copification of 5? Ew. Ew. No. Ew. Also, they dumbed him. They stupided him. They hit him with the dumb ray. That man... That's not the same 5 Hargreaves from seasons 1 through 2, if I'm gonna be real. Season 3 was kind of a wash. But still, what happened to him? Victor, he was fine. You know, he living his best life, I'm sure. He got lasers. He got to smash his dad into the floor. That's great. What did they do to Lila? I don't think Lila would be like that. Oh no. Anyway, the moral of Umbrella Academy is apparently, that if you come from a abusive past, you should just kill yourself because you're the problem. Everything in the world literally is your fault, and you should die about it. Which, you know, doesn't jive. I don't like that. I think it could have been better, and I'm gonna make it better. I have the ending of Forget Me Not written out. I just need to get there. I am so upset. I'm giving those stupid idiots their happy after. On God. Anyway, I didn't take any notes on September. I don't know what happened in September. Something, presumably. I lived through it. There's a theme here. I forget to take the notes, and then I go, oh shit, what happened? Nothing. October, I finished writing season 2 of Forget Me Not in October. I started working out for real. Like, properly. I mean, it's not properly. It's not anything crazy, but it's more than I was doing. And that's good for me, I guess. I gotta take my stupid horse out for its stupid mental health walks. Keep the stupid meat suit functional, or whatever. You shouldn't have to, but you have to, and that's stupid. And I found this website on Tumblr called Zooniverse. And what it is it lets you look at trail cam pictures and classify what's in them for science. And I'm having a blast. I love looking at pictures and telling you what's in them. I've seen a lot of deers. I got one, it's a trail cam set up in the Everglades, and it's a lot of deer. I got a lot of deer down there. And I saw a bear and a snake and a mouse, but mostly deer. And there was a couple raccoons, and those are great. There was also one that I was doing where it was burrowing owls, like cams pointed at their nests to like track. Oh, when do they hang out? When do their chicks? When do they have their babies? How many die? Do you see predators? Is there a man here? And that's cool. I like doing that a lot. Late November, Partner came out again. That was fun. Really great. We went to Barnes & Noble, which is where I got the books on the top of the Hydra. I picked up Frankenstein. I have not read Frankenstein ever, and I'm going to, because I want to. It seems like it'd be cool. We watched Gladiator 2 in theaters, and I'll give you one guess as to why I wanted to go see Gladiator 2. That's right, Joseph Quinn was in it, the man who plays Eddie Munson. I'm normal about him. Period. Gladiator 2 was good. I've not seen Gladiator 1. We own, as a household, Gladiator 1, but I don't think I care enough to watch it because I'm not that into gladiators. Could have used more of the Emperors. I feel like I love them dearly and want to see more of them on screen. That's my official review of Gladiator 2. Give me more boys, please. I love them. Grabby hands. I want to see them more. I also started playing Lancer in real life. My D&D group, my D&D group in person, the DM was the guy who introduced me to the concept of Lancer. And then it just kind of kept, that phenomenon where you notice something and then you keep noticing it? He introduced me to Lancer. And then my group, my friend group was talking about it a little bit, like off and on, and then I saw the Enkidu build on Tumblr, and I said, that's it. I don't know what kind of shenaniganery is going on here, but I want to be a part of it. So we're doing it online. I ran a couple sessions. My partner's running a session that we're about to finish. That's been really interesting, and I'm really excited to see where the story ends. And now my D&D group, in real life, the one-shots that we were doing are now a Lancer campaign, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I love playing Lancer. I can't sit down while I'm playing it. I have to stand up, because that's the only way I can think hard enough, is if I'm standing. And I play in both games, actually, the online one and the in real life one. I'm playing the same character, because that's who I am as a person. And it is 100% battlefield control. I decide when you move. I decide where you move. I decide whether or not you're going to take attacks or not. Me. I choose, not you. You thought it was your turn. Wrong. And I'm having a great time. And then in December, the only note I have for December is I finished Dishonored. That's not true, I did more than that. I finished Dishonored. I finished Orwell. I finished Firewatch. What else did I do in December? I got my Oculus working again, and by that, I mean mine is a piece of shit garbage. But my sibling had one. It's mine now, I've taken it. But she got an upgrade. She went with a what's it called, a Valve Index. She was like, I don't need my Oculus anymore. Do you want it? Because yours is dog shit garbo, doesn't work. And I said, yes, please. So I've been playing lots and lots of Beat Saber since, like, the 19th, I think, is when I got it running again. And I've done it mostly every day since. Because I love Beat Saber. What the fuck else happened? Oh, we finished Stranger Things in earlier. And because of the way that I am as a person, when I find an actor, I kind of like latch on. I want to watch all of them. This is normal behavior and everybody does it. This is normal behavior and everybody does it. I watched Dickensian, which is what if we took the Charles Dickens, like, not The Nightmare Before Christmas, that's wrong. What's the one, what is that called? A Christmas Carol? Is that it? With Ebenezer Scrooge and the ghosts? I don't know what it's called, because I never cared before. But what if we took that world with Ebenezer Scrooge and the Cratchit family, and what if we made it Bridgerton drama? And Joseph Quinn plays Arthur Havisham, and he is the most tragic, bitchy, sour, awful man, and I love him so much. I could solve 80% of his problems. If you just give me a chance, I could fix him. Maybe. Who's to say? Who's to say? And I can't believe that nobody gets a happy ending except goddamn Meriwether Compeyson. And the Cratchits. They bless the Cratchits. Nothing but good for them. I can't believe the only character to get a good ending in Dickensian was Meriwether Compeyson. That's rude. It's only one season. It's 10 episodes. It's on Amazon Prime. Go watch it. Please. It's such a good time. It's so good. The amount of times where I was just mouth agape, gasping, no! No! Too many. Too many. Amelia Havisham needs to stop letting herself get gaslit. And Frances Barbary needs to mind her own goddamn business, okay? I'm not gonna get into it. I've already gotten into it, but I'm not gonna get any deeper into it. I'm gonna back up now. I'm gonna step away, hands up. It's fine. Everything is cool. We're fine. We're fine and we're normal about the media that we consume, are the lies that I tell myself every day. Shit, I have 3 hours of this drawing that I have to combine down. I don't know that I can get it to just 40 minutes. I have to, pad. What else do we do? In no particular order, just things as I think of them. As a group, we started playing Minecraft in the Big Chad Guys Plus with Cobblemon pack, and that's really cool. I like that pack a lot because it has quests in it, and I love being given a task. I sat down, and over the weekend, you have to gather, 16 or 20 stacks of every type of wood, and I did that over a weekend. I deforested areas of land, the likes of which have never been seen before. There is an entire swamp to the south of our base that is just mangrove roots, because I stole all the logs. Oops, not my problem. What else do we do? Just this week, we started playing Project Zomboid, and that's really fun. I love when the group gets into Zomboid, because I love that as a game. I normally go more the Dr. Cook type deal. I'm the people person. I deal with the people's problems. We got one guy who just grinds carpentry, building these buildings. A whole big warehouse garage to store vehicles that we're working on, and all the shelves with the stuff for the vehicles that we're working on. And we got one guy whose entire job on the server is just we tow cars to their house and they shred them apart for bits and pieces, and then we go, hey, my hood is trashed because I hit a swarm of zombies on the way here. Can you fix that? And they go, yeah, I can do that. Absolutely. Yeah, you give me 10 minutes and I gotcha. And then I trade them soup in return. So that's fun. A little bit disappointed with the Phasmophobia events for Halloween and Christmas, if I'm going to be honest. I liked the old ones where you had objectives that wasn't just go play the game. It was go to all the different houses to learn what ingredients you need, and then go to the campsite and make a big potion. Who cares if you get the ghost right? You don't need to do that. That's optional, baby. But these last two, it has literally just been play the game, take a picture of this thing, touch that thing, earn points towards community goals. There's no personal goals. There's nothing. I'm sad. It makes me sad. So we barely touched the Halloween event, just a little bit to see what it was like. And then we didn't even do the Christmas event. We played maybe 3 games. I remember 3 games specifically because we got 3 Tanglewood bathroom ghosts back to back to back. And we commented about how strange that was. And then we didn't touch the Christmas event since. And that's sad because the events used to be the only way I get to get my group into playing Phasmophobia. Deep longing sigh. We played a lot of Lethal Company, and I've been clipping it just for my own personal pleasure. And I love looking back on it because it's so funny. But if I were ever, I can't really release it because I don't, I know it's whatever, but I'd have to censor every usage of my goddamn name. And that's so much. There's so much. The amount of screaming and shrieking. And it's all recorded on one audio channel, so it's not like I can just isolate the one of them. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. It's funny. Maybe I'll just cut out the ones where nobody's screaming my name. What else? I opened up a bunch of Pokemon cards. I like to collect those. I got a good stack of them. We pulled a full art Duskull that's worth like $25, and I think that was the big haul. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the cool little dudes, I got an escape rope in my collection book that's worth like $50, $80, depending on how it fluctuates. There's a Flareon in there worth $130. I don't care. I only know that because I have the app, the Dragon Shield app that lets you scan your cards so you can keep a track of how many you have and whatever. And they send me emails, and I like looking at those sometimes. What else? Have I done anything else? I have a plant now, and an aquarium snail, and that's pretty cool. They're not related at all, the plant and the snail. I just have them. Well, I mean, they're both sort of related. I have an algae issue that keeps cropping up, and I was hoping that if I put pothos to root in the tank, that it would slurp all the nutrients out and then the algae wouldn't grow, but I think the algae's just growing on the roots. And I also have a snail, because ideally he would be eating the algae, but I don't think he is. I think he's just jiving. But whatever, I like having aquarium snails. I like them a lot. Not the little shits that breed all over the place, but the big ones, the mystery snails. Those are cool. Got really into Euro Truck this year. I picked that back up. I like driving my big truck. What else? Anything. Desperately anything. Did I do anything? I think this year was the year that I got my Tamagotchi. I named him Toaster Strudel, and he lived to the ripe old age of 18 days, I think, before kicking the bucket. But he was a good lad. Never cried for much. I'm in the middle, and by the middle I mean the end, of reading the first book in the Pelennor series, The Naming. I've been reading it for the past 8 months, because I'm really slow nowadays. I've gotten old and my attention span has hit the bucket. It's not that that's a lie. My attention span hasn't hit the bucket. It's that I need to reticulate all of my splines to reading, and that's hard to do when I have other things that I also want to do, because I can't just go, oh yeah, I'll read a chapter. If I'm reading the book, I'm in it until all of my needs are like alarming. You're hungry, you're thirsty, you need to go to the bathroom, you're so tired, you're falling asleep, you've reread the last page 4 times, and it's still not stuck in your head. Get up. So that's, makes it interesting to try and read. I've just been borrowing the same 2 library books back and forth. But I got my own copy for Christmas, and it had $4 tucked in the pages. So that was cool. I don't know who put them there. But thanks. I'm glad. Dude, I think that's it. I don't think we did anything else. Oh, I started up my Pokemon campaign. Yeah, you might remember that from a year or two ago, where I was talking about my Pokemon campaign. I started that back up with the express warning that it probably would not be every other week on the every other week because of the way that I am. I have a really hard time making things originally, or like fleshing things out and not just building up like, oh, when they go to this city, I want them to, discover a secret lab. Wow, with this thing going on in it. Yeah, that'd be cool. And then I don't think about anything. I don't make a map. I don't put anything in the lab. It's just, yeah, wouldn't that be cool? So that's something that happens. But it's going well so far. We have a mentor breeder with a Torchic as his starter Pokemon. We have a punk ass bitch with a Stunky as his starter, and we have a scientist who desperately wants to unravel the secrets of the Master Ball and also to upend the economy on Pokeballs in general, because he thinks it's a crime that the big Pokeball is selling them for 250 a pop when he can craft them out of scraps for 175. It's like he doesn't understand profit margins or something. Whatever. But yeah, it's been a blast for the three of them. Ideally, they'll hit the story beats that I have actually planned out, and they won't just keep wandering away into the realm of the third arc like they are. Who's to say? I mean, I have stuff for them. It's not like it's, level locked or time locked. It's just, I kind of expected you to not be here right now, but you are. Oh, God. But yeah, that's that. Pokemon fun. I don't think anything else. I picked up a lot of books that are, the ends to series that I didn't know that I didn't have. I picked up the 5th Lockdown book, Lockdown Escape from Furnace. Loved that series. I hope I still love that series. I picked up books 2 and 3 of The Rift. I don't know if it has like a subtitle. The Rift. Really liked that book. Hope I like books 2 and 3. I got the 2nd and I think the 4th book in the Little Fur series, because I adore them. They are for baby children, but the books are fuzzy, and I love Little Fur as a little guy. And I think A Fox Called Sorrow is the 2nd one. I think the 4th one is the one with the wolves or something. I think the 3rd one is green. This one's blue. And I don't know. I don't think it really matters. What have I done? What did I do? What happened? Has it really been 365 days? God, it doesn't feel like it. I think that's that. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna be playing next. I don't really have a plan. I just sort of, when I start coming up to the end of the content that I have pre-done, I start looking at games that I have and go, what feels good? Oh, I have to take Orwell off here. That doesn't go here. I've already played Orwell. We've got, what do we have on, it's a little tease. We got Bioshock 2, maybe. We have Dishonored 2, maybe. I don't know that I'll play it as close as I did to Dishonored 1. Heaven's Vault, maybe. I don't know that it would be that good for recording. Yeah, maybe. Home Safety Hotline. I desperately want to play, and I might do it on my own. I might do it recording. I don't know. It depends on if I think it'll be good for recording. Maybe I'll put it on YouTube even if it's bad. I don't know. I don't care. I'm doing this for me. I'm tapping this channel right now. This is for me. The fact that you're here and you're listening to this at all is like a beautiful added bonus. It's like when I write the stories that I want to read. The fact that there are like 40 other people, more than that, I think, by this point, there's like 40 other people who liked it enough to hit the like button on AO3. That's crazy. Who are you people? Who are they? I don't know, but I'm glad that they like it. That's really cool. Like that, I have, every time AO3 sends me an email, I save it in a folder because, and sometimes I go, man, am I writing, like, do I like this? Am I okay with this? I go and I look at that, and I have these beautiful comments going, oh my god, I love this story. I can't wait to see where you go. I got one response. Somebody went, what? No! At the end of like a cliffhanger chapter. That has spurred me. Every time I think about it, I go, yes, God, I hope this person has that reaction again. I love them. Shout out that guy. Love him. Anyway, fucking diverging hard. You can tell my splines are all disorganized and nothing is in array. Home Safety Hotline, maybe. The Long Dark, specifically Wintermute, the story mode, maybe. A long time ago, I played up to, I think it's the 3rd chapter, but I don't remember what happens in any of them. I just know that I stopped playing because the 3rd chapter is where they introduced the Timberwolf packs, and I'm terrified of the Timberwolf packs. So maybe if I have my emotional support puppy up in the side corner of my other monitor, and I know that I'm recording it, and I know that I sort of have to go, maybe that'll make me be brave. Because I don't want to just stop a series halfway through because I'm scared of the wolves. That would just be a little sad. I have not for broadcast. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know that it's good for commentary, because there's a lot of things happening all the time, but whatever, maybe. Return to the Obra Dinn. I played a little bit of that. I really liked that as a puzzle game, but alas, I am stupid. So, it's... y'all watch The Murdered Soul Suspect. It's bad. I'm dumb as hell. Shelter 2, maybe. Maybe. It's the second Shelter game. You play as a lynx. And I love cats. I got Storyteller. It's a little puzzly game, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Thief. I never finished Thief. I played a little bit of it and then hit a point where I was bad, but that was like in 2016, so maybe I'm good now. And the rest of the We Were Here series. If I can wrangle my goddamn... Ooh, if I can wrangle that guy. I say lovingly and with affection. Lovingly and with affection, when I can wrangle that bastard. The rest of the We Were Here series, We Were Here Together, We Were Here 2, We Were Here Forever, and then, ooh, the next one that's coming out is Where Are We? Which is different. Ooh, very exciting. That's just the shit I have on Steam. I have other things that I picked up off the free Epic store that maybe I'll do. I don't know. It's up in the air. I don't know what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be something. We're gonna keep going, and really, that is all that we can ask for in this time in our lives, isn't it? Just keep going. So yeah, that was 2024. What do I rate 2024 on a scale of 1 to 10? I would give it... maybe like a 6. I give it 4 points because I don't remember most of it, which means nothing really bad happened. 1 point for accomplishing writing. Did I say 6? Is that only 5 points? I think so. 1 point for a half point for everything I accomplished with writing. A half point for just the existence of Eddie Munson. A whole point for having my partner out here twice, which was cool. And then I guess points not given for loss of guinea pigs, 1 each. Point off for got COVID, 1. And point off for I didn't remember most of it, so that means nothing great happened. So it's a 6 out of 10. 6.5 if I'm feeling generous. I don't know what for. Yeah. That was 2024, and I hope yours was equally as not bad. I hope it was perhaps even better than a 6 out of 10. Maybe you had an 8 out of 10 2024. I hope that for you. Yeah, I would hope for a 10 out of 10, but I feel like that's a little bit optimistic. So I hope you had an 8 out of 10 2024, and I hope the 2 points off weren't for anything super bad. And I hope that 2025 is kinder. I hope you have a 9 out of 10 2025. And that nothing horrible happens. Please, God, just nothing horrible happens. Just let everything sort of vibe. That would be cool. But yeah, I think I've yapped on enough. It's been 59 minutes, says my recording. And most of that is going to probably be chopped out because it's long, arduous pauses where I just don't know what to say, or I've meandered off on a branch that doesn't relate to anything at all, so I have to cut that out. But yeah, cool. Again, I think I did this last year, but genuinely, thank you if you've stuck around for this long. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Or, having me on in the background when YouTube just autoplays onto some random thing that you've never seen before. Hi, hello, I hope you stay. Or don't, I'm not your dad. Just thank you. And I hope that I see you around next year. I'll catch you next year. Have a good one. Bye.